and want to thank everyone for being in this space and choosing to be your new human. When we talk about anything with our garage band, our group, our collectives, or ourselves, or, you know, anyone, even a stranger in the checkout line, when we talk about anything, we are holding the line. We went through a whole month of this, you guys, so I hope you all are remembering this. If not, check out the videos. They're there for you. We're holding the line when we talk about something. Now, some things we talk about, we want to hold the line on, right? Like this. Hold the line. Everybody here, grab a hold, please. As I'm talking, every one of you is holding this line, this energy understanding. And you're holding it for you in your own consciousness. You're holding it for our garage band here, our collective, Acasma, beautiful family here. And you're holding it for the ones you live with in your personal collective, because it's going to radiate out of you. It's consciousness, it's energy, information. That's what consciousness is. And then it's going to be available to anyone else connected to the field of consciousness, because you've anchored it. You're holding the line. You're emanating the energy vibration of this understanding, right? Same thing as if we're gripping an energy vibration, an understanding, a belief on any other space. We're holding that line. How we've seen spaces of ourselves with judgment, how we've seen spaces of others with judgment, how we've seen spaces of, anything with judgment. We're holding that line as long as we hold the judgment. And if we hold the line of a judgment on something, we, in essence, inevitably feed the thing we want to see heal. By holding the line of judgment on something, you are feeding the space of it that is unhealed. Now, this isn't a judgment on us either, please. This is just freedom. That's what these words are, they're freedom. That when you look at something, say, let's try, you have a relative that is not on the same space of your understanding of the way you look at life and yourself and consciousness and all these beautiful spaces you may be being. Well, you have a relative, so someone close, but not super close. Let's make them like an aunt or an uncle, okay? Everybody with me? And you're going to have an event, a family event, and the aunt or the uncle is coming, right? So now they haven't seen you in a while and you haven't seen them. And you imagine the event and your immediate perception, feeling, thought process goes to, oh, so-and-so is going to be there. They're probably going to say this. They're probably going to do that. In that moment, you are holding the line of the energy alignment to the last space you had with them and to that which they did in that space. But because you're holding it, you are aligning it to your next space. So you are not allowing I'll use that to sound a lot less judgmental of you. We are not allowing our spaces to be present moment spaces when we do that. We are aligning them to past energies to continue a cycle or a loop in our future spaces. So I wrote a little thing in there about perception is reality. So what if you're stuck in a reality loop? This is what I'm talking about. Perceptual views, there are belief structures that we carry. They go with feelings. We can't separate that. That's what humans do, right? The minute you believe or enter an experience and set a perception of it, you feel something, right? That they go together. So the initial thought perception is one form of you in energy. That's one form of you in an energy movement of you through your thought. It's like waiting. It's like waiting for the full creation of itself, right? It's like a thought. And then you have a feeling because you're human. That goes with your thought. And that comes up. And now that is made that thought stronger because the feeling has infused it with the energy of your emotion, which is energy in motion. So it takes the thought and begins to put it into motion. And so if we are having thoughts from past experiences with people, ourselves, jobs, places, events, cultural teachings, whatever it is, and we have feelings about them that we have made based on that perception that we've had, we are creating reality loops. And there's so much more here that I could get into, but it would really be hours because you are not at fault in any way. You are such a divine and incredibly powerful being. But there are like we are learning right now, like we are here, you and I learning. This is a class, right? There are people who have studied this way before we showed up for this class. Years, decades, generations maybe. And they know this and they figured this out. And we're not dumb. You know this. You're not, I know you people, some people could say, oh, she's a conspiracy person or something. Let me just add this in. Have you heard of a focus group before? You know, where corporations hire a group of people to try to see how their product will be received. And they find out what colors do the people like? What phrase do they respond to better? What scent goes better with the thing or the presentation? This is all part of that. And I'm not saying it's diabolical. Some people can go that route. I'm not asking you to hold the line of that either, but I'm asking you to hold the line of knowledge. That's what I want you to do here. Not fear, not, oh my gosh, does that mean blah, blah, blah? No, I want you to hold the line of knowledge that you are a powerful creator being. And there are spaces of our planet and societal structure that have been utilizing the concept of knowing you are a creator being and have tried to deter you to want to create spaces that would keep you in loops. Because if you're in a loop of sickness, you're going to need a drug. If you're in a loop of lack, you're going to need something that takes the edge off, makes you feel like things are a little better. If you're in a loop of loneliness, you might get, going down the road of trying to, here's the other thing that they do is they put things in front of us that they know will direct us to a path that will grow their business or whatever it is, but never give us what would heal us, never give us what would be the answer to all, never give us anything that would also enlighten us, because that would remove their power. And I know this can sound a little bit like, I don't usually talk this way, but this is a part of really treating our earth differently, the way we live, the sustainability, the way we treat animals, the way we treat our bodies, the way we treat our minds. Remember, your band is your band, and your garage band, your group, your collectives. Who are you hanging out with, playing music with? What energy vibration is present in the space? What's in the book you read? What's in the show you watch? And I'm not coming from a space of like, don't sin. I don't believe in that. I believe you miss the mark. And if you miss the mark, you're going to throw yourself off energetically. And if you throw yourself off energetically, it's going to show up in your outer world and in your physical body, because it's you trying to communicate to you that you missed the mark. You're not going to hell. You're creating your own hell. And all of this understanding, this knowledge, is not to feed fear, because that would defeat this whole class. That would defeat the purpose. This is to feed knowledge. So please hold the line of knowledge with me, that we just start looking at things from our wholeness more, and that we allow the love of our heart to flood into our lives, and we live from that space of our being, and we play the song of our soul through our instrument, not the song that someone told us we're supposed to play. And we're releasing the grip on that. And we're allowing ourselves to embrace from love. And it will ripple out to everyone around you. It will ripple out to your immediate collectives, and it will ripple out to the collective. And everything that you are in this now space of you is backed up by light beyond measure, love beyond measure. You are so surrounded by assistance, guidance. It is within you and it is all around you. Blessings, holy ones, blessings.